Rich people think about money in a way that almost nobody ever teaches you. In fact, the way rich people think about money is so different from everyone else that if you saw it side by side, you'd wonder how anyone gets ahead without knowing this. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how rich people think about money that poor people don't. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand the hidden mindset shift that separates people who build wealth from people who stay stuck paycheck to paycheck. This isn't about working harder or making more money. It's about a handful of beliefs, the wealthy mindset, that completely rewires how someone sees every dollar that comes into their life. If you've ever wondered why some people seem to get richer no matter what, and others stay stuck no matter how hard they try, this video is going to answer that. Most people spend their whole lives trying to fix their bank account when the real fix was always in their head. So stick around, because keyword number 4 is the one most people get completely backwards. Before we dive in, if you're new here, welcome to Think Richer. This channel is all about the psychology of money, wealth mindset, and the beliefs that quietly shape your financial life. Hit subscribe now because we break down exactly how rich people think about money every single week. Section 1. The scarcity mindset versus abundance. Mindset. Let's start with the biggest difference between rich versus poor mindset. How each one sees opportunity. People with a scarcity mindset believe money is limited, like there's only so much to go around. People with an abundance mindset believe money is created, which means more of it can always be made. This single belief changes everything about how someone makes decisions with their money. Someone with a scarcity mindset hoards, fears spending, and avoids risk at all costs. Someone with an abundance mindset invests, takes calculated risks, and sees opportunities everywhere they look. This is one of the clearest money mindset shifts you can make, and it costs nothing to start. Think about how this plays out in real life. Two people can have the exact same income and end up in completely different financial positions 10 years later, purely based on which mindset they operate from. The scarcity-minded person sees a bonus and immediately thinks about everything that could go wrong if they spend it. The abundance-minded person sees that same bonus and immediately thinks about how it could be multiplied. Neither person is smarter than the other. They're simply running different mental software. And mental software, unlike intelligence or income, can actually be rewritten at any age, which is the part that should excite you most about this video. Section 2. Money beliefs that keep you poor. Now let's talk about the money beliefs that keep you poor without you even realizing it. Many people grow up hearing things like, money is the root of all evil, or rich people are greedy. These beliefs get buried in your subconscious, and they quietly sabotage your financial decisions for decades. If you secretly believe money is bad, you will subconsciously avoid having more of it. This is one of the most overlooked parts of financial psychology, and it's rarely talked about. The wealthy mindset treats money as a neutral tool. Nothing more, nothing less. It's not good, it's not evil. It's simply a resource that can be directed toward whatever you value most. And here's the part that surprises most people. These beliefs usually aren't even your own. They were absorbed from parents, from culture, from a single offhand comment made when you were a kid that you never consciously questioned again. Until you identify where a money belief came from, you can't tell whether it's actually true or just inherited. Sometimes the belief even came from watching a parent struggle and quietly deciding that money itself was the source of the stress instead of the way that money was being managed. That single misattribution can shape someone's entire relationship with money for the rest of their life, simply because it was never examined. If this is starting to shift how you see your own money habits, that's exactly what Think Richer is here for. Go ahead and subscribe right now so you don't miss the rest of this series on rich people money habits and the psychology of wealth. Section 3. How millionaires think about money differently. Here's how millionaires think about money differently than almost everyone else. They ask a different question before every purchase. Instead of asking, "Can I afford this?" they ask, "Does this bring me closer to or further from my goals?" This is a subtle but powerful financial mindset of the rich. It turns every dollar into a decision instead of an impulse. Self-made millionaire thinking treats money like a tool for building, not a reward for surviving. This is also why millionaire money habits often look boring from the outside. Consistent, unemotional, repeatable. There's no secret formula, no magic trick, just the same handful of decisions. made over and over for years, without flinching. That consistency is exactly what compounds quietly in the background while everyone else is chasing the next shortcut. It also explains why so many self-made millionaires drive ordinary cars and live in ordinary houses. The wealth isn't gone, it's just been redirected into things that keep building, instead of things that simply look impressive. Section 4. Limiting beliefs about money. Let's go deeper into the limiting beliefs about money that quietly hold most people back. One of the biggest is the belief that, I'm just not good with money. This belief becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, because if you believe it, you stop trying to learn. Another limiting belief is thinking wealth building is only for people who were born with money. But research and behavioral finance both show that mindset, not starting point, is often the biggest predictor of financial outcomes. This is exactly why we talk about wealth mindset so often here on Think Richer, because mindset is the variable you can actually control. A third limiting belief worth naming is the idea that talking about money is rude or shameful. This belief keeps people isolated with their financial struggles, instead of learning from people who've already solved the problem. Silence around money doesn't protect you. It just slows down how fast you can improve. A fourth limiting belief is assuming that if you haven't built wealth by a certain age, it's somehow too late. This belief alone has stopped more people from starting than almost any other, and it's simply not backed by the way wealth actually gets built over time. The truth is, the earlier you catch a limiting belief, the less time it gets to compound against you. Section 5. How to build a wealth mindset. So how do you actually build a wealth mindset starting today? First, change your money language. Stop saying, I can't afford it, and start asking, how can I afford it? Second, study how rich people get richer, not to copy their lifestyle, but to copy their decision-making process. Third, separate your self-worth from your net worth, because financial psychology shows these two things are deeply tangled for most people, and untangling them is often the real unlock. Fourth, surround yourself with a millionaire mindset, even if that just means the content you watch and the people you talk to about money. Fifth, track your beliefs the same way you'd track your spending, because beliefs about money are just as measurable as dollars and cents once you start paying attention to them. These small, repeatable shifts are the real difference between rich versus poor mindset. Not luck, not timing, not even income. So to recap, rich people think about money in ways that almost nobody teaches you growing up. They believe in abundance over scarcity, they let go of limiting beliefs about money, and they treat money as a neutral tool instead of an emotional trigger. This is the wealth mindset that quietly separates people who build wealth from people who stay stuck. And the best part is, none of this requires a finance degree or a high income to start. It just requires rewiring a handful of beliefs about money, one decision at a time. None of these shifts happen overnight, but every single one of them compounds the same way money does. Slowly, quietly, and then all at once. If this video helped shift how you see money, that's exactly what Think Richer is all about. The psychology of money and the mindset shifts that actually move the needle. Subscribe now and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next video breaking down the psychology of wealth. And if you want to go even deeper into this topic, check out the video on screen right now because it builds directly on everything we just covered. We'll see you in the next one.